Okay, I'm recording our review of Restart with Mrs. Wells' class. So you guys somebody tell me what was the thing that happened at first that kind of explained the title? What happened at the very beginning? What was the thing?
Call out your name.
Lila.
Lila, go ahead.
She slipped off the roof and got amnesia.
Chase slipped off the roof and got amnesia, right? Okay, and do you guys remember at first what was the only thing? Later he started remembering other things, but at first what was the only thing he could remember?
Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
He could only remember a girl in a dress.
A girl in a blue dress, right? And he couldn't figure out how he knew that. Later we'll find out why. Okay, good. Okay, so he found out when he got to school that he and his two best football friends, what are their names again? His football friends?
Owen.
Aaron and Bear.
Aaron and Bear, that they had to do community service. Why did they have to do community service?
Bran.
Because they put a cherry bomb in the piano.
Yes, they put a cherry bomb in the piano, and the piano was just sitting there, or was something happening when they went off?
Jacob.
Bran, go ahead.
Joel was playing it.
Joel was playing it, and it was like a big concert too. So people could, not only Joel could have been hurt, but the people in the auditorium trying to get out, they could have been hurt too, right? But no one got hurt except Joel, very upset, of course, and then they all three had to do community service. Okay, so Chase can't really remember his friends except that on his phone he has a picture of Aaron and Bear, and so he doesn't feel like he's fitting in with his football friends, and he sits down at lunch one day with someone who was shocked that he sat down with him. Who was it? Do you guys remember? Someone from from a club?
Yeah. Lila.
Brendan.
Yeah, Brendan from the video club. And Brendan was trying to get one of his friends to help him do something, and he couldn't. None of his friends would do it. And so what happened?
Owen. He got Chase to film him going through the car wash.
Yes, going through the car wash on a what?
One wheel. I don't know what it's called, but it has one wheel.
No, it has 3 wheels.
Oh, tricycle.
There you go. Yeah, going through the car. Yeah, he got Chase to film him going through the car wash on a tricycle. And even though it was funny, go ahead, smack it.
Sorry.
Mrs. Crow is leaving my room.
Sorry.
So even though it was funny and everything, Chase held the camera really still and he got all the good shots. So Brendan was super impressed with his camera skills. So what did Brendan do after that? With Chase,
Jacob.
He invited him to video club.
Right, he invited him to video club, and all the video club kids were really scared because in the past, how had Chase treated them?
How about somebody else, somebody different? How had Chase treated them in the past? Somebody besides the same people.
Oh, Madeline.
Madeline.
He bullied them.
Bullied them bad, right? He bullied them bad. Okay, so what was their community service, Chase, Aaron, and Bear, what was the community service that the judge made them do because of the cherry bombs?
Owen, Lila.
Anybody else besides Owen and Lila? Raise your hand. Let's do a hand raise if you know. Besides Jacob.
We have the fearsome
Anybody
threesome.
else?
We got the fearsome threesome going on right there.
We do. Go, Lila.
Go, Lila. It's your birthday.
They had to go to the old people home to help them out.
Right. So it was called, the assisted living residence. Yeah, that's like that will feel people home. Yeah. And so they like handed out snacks and like set up the game room and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So, who is in the video club that really hates Chase more than anyone?
Joel.
Who?
Madeline.
Okay, Madeline.
Madeline.
Joel's sister.
Joel's sister. Yeah. So, what project is she working on? And then, what happens with that project? What was the project, the big project that she was working on in the video club?
Jacob.
Logan Tat.
She has to record a senior citizen.
Right. Yeah, it was actually it was for the National Video Journalism Contest, but they wanted to, I think it was a senior citizen that they were supposed to record and like an important story. So what did Chase tell her that made her work with him?
I can't remember his name, but he won the Medal of Honor.
Yes, Mr. Solway won the Medal of Honor, and he lived at that assisted living place, right? Yeah. Okay, so she and Chase are working together, and they're getting along, and he's actually a nice guy, so different than he was before. So they are talking about the project all the time, and they go there every day after school and stuff. And so then one time they went to the ice cream place, and who saw them there? And then what happened? Who saw them at the ice cream?
Owen.
The girl that's doing the project, her mom.
Her mom. And what, was she happy about that, or what happened?
No, she told the girl to go to the car.
Yeah, go to the car right now. Yeah. So, but after that, when Shoshona started talking to her parents about how Chase was then, what did she talk them into doing? Was Joel happy at his? Remember, Joel had to go to another school. He was at a special music school in another town, and he was living there. Was he happy with there?
Madeline.
Madeline. Say it again, Madeline.
He wasn't happy there. He wanted to come back.
He wanted to come back. And so Shoshona talked her parents into what?
Ada, do you know?
Wasn't it bringing him back?
Yes, it was bringing him back so that he could be at school, because Chase was different. Even though Aaron and Brer weren't different, she thought that because Chase was different, it would be okay for him. Yeah. Okay, so then Joel is back. Everything is kind of okay. He's still getting bullied a little bit because he's a nerd, but what happened when Brendan was trying to do that one-man band video?
Lila.
Hang on, Landon, do you know? Landon's frozen, huh? Darn it. Because Landon, I know, was listening. Joshua, do you know? No? Okay, go ahead, Lila.
Aaron and Bear started to ruin it.
With what? How? How did they ruin it?
Can anybody help her? How did they ruin it? Logan?
A fire extinguisher.
Exactly.
What?
They squirted fire extinguisher on everything, and then one of the Kimberly and Joel was there. Joel was filming it, so they were like squirting him and squirting Brendan, and then they were throwing all the instruments all over the place. And Kimberly was there, and Brendan said, "Go get Chase." And then what happened?
Paxton, do you know? AJ?
Lila knows.
Okay, Lila. I mean, I'm happy, Lila. So.
So, Chase was got tossed a fire extinguisher, and he didn't know how to use it, so it sprayed backwards and hit Joel in the eye.
Smacked Joel in the eye, yes. So when that happened, what happened afterwards? Then they all got sent to the principal's office. And what did you guys remember what Aaron and Bear said why they had the fire extinguishers? Logan does.
Logan?
It was like they said it was an electric fire.
Yeah, was it really?
No.
No. And what did Chase say?
He agreed with them.
He went along with it. So because he went along with it, what was the consequence? What happened with his other friends?
Bryn, do you know?
Was he still in the video club?
No, he got kicked out of the video.
Yes, he got kicked out of the video club. That was super sad because he was trying to get the fire extinguisher away from those guys so they would stop, and then it all kind of backfired because he didn't tell the truth about the fire extinguishers, you know, about seeing a spark or a fire or whatever. Okay, so Chase's dad really wants him to get back to football, and so he gets a special a different doctor. He took Chase to the different doctor, Dr. Nguyen. And what happened after he went to that doctor? What did that doctor say?
Madeline?
Madeline, what do you say?
The doctor said he was cleared.
Yep, he could go back to football. So he goes back to football, and he remembers that he likes football, but then those guys are still kind of mean, even to him, especially, you know, like at first when he was practicing and he didn't have to wear the pads and all that stuff. But anyway, okay, so then he was feeling bad, and he went and he was trying to figure out why he fell off the roof, and he went up there, and what happened when he got up on the roof?
Well,
Okay, Lila.
he saw his neighbors were moving, and then he saw the picture of the blue girl.
Right, the blue girl picture came from his neighbor's house, and he saw it when he was up on the top of the roof. He could see into the room, and then he remembered that the reason he fell was because what was he doing up there on the top of the roof?
Lila.
Okay, Lila. What was he doing?
Trying to hide the Medal of Honor.
He was trying, yes, he was. He was trying to hide the Medal of Honor, so then he remembered that he was as bad of a bad guy as Aaron and Bear. And the reason he fell off was his neighbor was doing yoga in that room, and he was kind of chubby, and he thought it was funny, and he was gonna post it somewhere and embarrass him. He was not a nice guy then. And when he reached for his camera, he fell. But he had hidden the medal. So in the meantime, so he remembers it, he finds the medal, and he decides he's going to give it back, right? But in the meantime, Brendan was going to record some other thing for YouTube, that snail race. He was going to call a snail race or something. And he looked in the camera, and someone didn't erase what was on the camera. And what did he see on that film?
Lila.
It's the
Oh, Lila show.
Lila show.
So can I go?
Yes, go.
Yeah.
Okay. So he saw the one-man band video.
And what did that show him?
It was proof that Chase didn't really mean to hit Joel.
Exactly. It was proof that Chase had nothing to do with that, and Aaron and Bear kind of tried to like implicate him in the whole thing, that it was his idea and that he had wanted to do all that, right? So Chase runs to the assisted living place, and what happens there when he gets there?
Lila, just tell us.
Okay. So he runs into Aaron and Bear, and they get it because it fell out of his pocket.
Yes.
So then they try to chase.
They chase him. Yeah, they try and get it. They try and chase. They chase him. There's a big. He vacuums it with the vacuum cleaner, and then he hits him with the vacuum cleaner, and then he runs into Mr. Solway's room, and Brandon jumps on them, and he helps get him away, and finally he gives it back to Mr. Solway, and Mr. Solway is shocked, and I don't think he's very happy, of course, because he really liked Chase, and he thought that he was a nice guy, but I think later he thought about it, and he kind of changed his mind. So the nurse came in, and what did the nurse say she was going to do? Didn't she just say, okay, great, you got it back, or what happened? She called the cops. She called the police. So even though Mr. Solway got it back, it was a crime. So called the police. So then the next thing is he has to go in front of that same judge that gave him community service. So Judge Garfinkel, what happened in the courtroom?
What happened to the judge with the judge in the courtroom? Anybody?
Is it
Owen? AJ? Lila?
Madeline.
Okay.
Madeline?
Go, Madeline.
He wasn't that happy to see him again, and he was going to, I forgot what he was going to do to him, but he wasn't that happy to see him again.
Right. So, and Chase was really upset because the courtroom was packed. He thought that everybody in the courtroom was going to talk bad about him. But is that what happened?
No.
So, even though everyone was talking good about him, Judge Garfinkel was still gonna, I can't remember what he was gonna do either, Madeline. I think he was going to, have him go to juvenile hall or something, like kid jail. But then at the very end, who came into the courtroom and saved the day? Oh, Logan Tat knows.
Mr. Solway.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Solway. And what did Mr. Solway say that changed the judge's mind? Do you remember, Logan?
What did he say that changed the judge's mind? Jacob? Do you know? Bryn?
He said that he knew that like Chase had changed since the accident, and that he's a different person now, and all of his friends followed up with that.
Yes, that is true. And he also said that he had loaned the medal to Chase, even though that wasn't really true, but he was trying to get him off because he had changed. And so I think and then the judge felt like he couldn't really go ahead and give him, a sentence because the person who the medal belonged to was saying, no, he didn't steal it. I let him have it for a while. So that's the end. And then he said that, I hope that you learn from this and you don't go back to your ways. And then in the end, he and Shoshana are friends again, and the video club people let him come back in the video club, right? Did you guys like the book? Lila did.
Who has something to say about the book? Anybody? About liking it or disliking it? I felt like AJ liked it, but he didn't maybe get to finish.
Did you guys like it as much as the Vanderbeekers or not as much as the Vanderbeekers?
I think I liked it more than the Vanderbeekers. It kind of had a plot twist.
Yeah, it did, huh? It did.
I kind of agree with Madeline.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna start. The next book is called Restart. Oh, I think I have it in the other room. And that's the third book of the California Young Reader Medal nominees. So after I finish that one, then we'll vote on which one we like best. The Vanderbeekers, Restart, or Save Me a Seat.
Oh, Save Me a Seat. You said the next one's Restart. It's Save Me a Seat.
Yeah, Save Me a Seat.
That is so good. My kids in 5th grade before have loved Save Me a Seat.
Yeah.
Has anybody read Save Me a Seat?
Oh, Claire.
Oh,
Good job.
Ava has.
Yeah,
Claire,
Ava.
it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Is it really good, girls?
I loved it. I loved it.
So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that the Vanderbeekers is a cute story. I don't think it wasn't really super deep. And I think Restart is really good because of the bullying thing and how you can decide how you want to behave and you can change your behavior. I think that was a really good message. But I think Save Me a Seat is really good too. So I think it'll probably be between this one and Save Me a Seat. Although I love the Vanderbeekers too. It was a cute story. Thank you guys. You really helped me out, and I will post this for anybody who wants to take the test.